What's up, guys? Welcome back to Revelation 11:27, where we speak the truth and nothing but the truth. You guys see Lucas sleeping? Hi. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. I hope you're enjoying your Saturday. I wanted to come on in here today. Well, first off, if you're not watching this video on a Saturday, that's fine, right? This video will come up to you, because it will, whenever it needs to. And it should still resonate. Calling in our angels, our ancestors, Mother Nature, the Galactic Federation, thank you. And God is always with us. So is our spirit team, right? Our spirit team is always with us. We don't just do this to call them in, right? We also do it because it raises the frequency. Sound heals. Sound does a lot, right? Each frequency that you listen to can heal different parts of your body. FYI, in case you wanted to know. Okay, let's jump straight right in, right? I hope you're excited for life, because there's so much to be grateful for. Okay, authority. Look how he's standing there, protecting something. If you look at his face, he's like, you're not coming inside. Authority, fertility. It's like we got the masculine version, and then we got the feminine version. Wow, how beautiful. And then material harvest. Like, guys, this is so crazy. We were just speaking about this, right? How it is so important for you to be a balanced person, right? Not just macho man all the time, and not just feminine all the time, right? Because when you use your masculinity and your femininity, you're able to create, right? To materialize things. Wow. So maybe you're learning that, right? Maybe you're becoming more comfortable, depending on which energy you use more. If you use your masculine energy more, maybe you're becoming more comfortable in using your femininity, and you're not judging yourself for it, because you understand the importance of that. And maybe if you use your femininity most of the time, maybe you're allowing for that masculine side to come through, right? Because even if you're a woman, even if you're feminine, God does not want you to just allow anyone to do whatever they want to you. No. God wants all of us to stand up for ourselves, to defend what's ours, and not just sit back and watch it happen. No, we don't do that, right? But let's jump into the energy a little bit more. Okay, Spirit, what is this energy right here? This one flipped. We got the 6 of Wands. Public recognition. You're being recognized for something, right? You're victorious over something. Look at how the person there's riding his horse with all those wands. It's just like very heroic, right? Maybe you've done something for someone and that person is recognizing it. Maybe you've been doing things for everyone and everyone is finally recognizing it. Or maybe you're recognizing it yourself based on the progress that you see in your life. Maybe you're recognizing your growth based on how you've handled situations that may have came up into your life recently. And by that I mean you've handled them differently than how you would have handled them a couple months ago, a couple years ago. That is growth. That is growth. I'm sorry. What is growth, Spirit? Yeah. And we have temperance, right? Temperance, like I said before, is that energy that God gives you during stressful situations in your life, letting you know that everything will be okay. But most people ignore that, right? Most people go through hard situations and they lose faith. They get scared, right? They start stressing over the issue that's in front of them, and like instead of just sitting back and reflecting, which will allow for that temperance to come through, and you'll be able to see different perspectives. You'll be able to come up with solutions to your problems. It'll also allow you to have patience through one of the most difficult times in your life. And guys, I'm speaking from experience, of course. And we got the Emperor. Yeah, of course. So maybe we're talking about you. Maybe we're talking about a masculine energy. Could be you, could be someone that you know who has recently allowed for their feminine side, that nurturing side, that side to feel the feelings, right? That side of you to create. You've allowed for that to come through. You've noticed it. And the Wheel of Fortune, right? That was the best thing that you could have done ever. It's like God, excuse me, has finally turned the Wheel of Fortune on your favor, because that is a lesson that you had to learn. To overcome those ingrained beliefs that were maybe passed down in your family, right? Those ingrained beliefs that said a man can't be sensitive, a man can't cry, a man is always supposed to be strong. No, those are all false. A man, just like a woman, were created by God. And a man, just like a woman, should be able to feel. Because if you don't, how are you going to understand the woman? Right? And that was with the Two of Pentacles here, that was the balance that you needed. That was the lesson that you needed to learn. So your life can become more balanced. So you're not too much of one thing and less of the other. Because maybe you weren't seeing the results that you wanted, right? Maybe you weren't seeing your life how maybe you were hoping. Yeah, and the Two of Cups. That has allowed you to maybe see someone differently. Maybe that has allowed you to want to get to know someone, right? It has attracted you to someone else because maybe you thought the other person was too feminine. And those thoughts were only a reflection of really yourself because you were too masculine. But noticing these things, noticing these behaviors is what brought in the balance that you needed in your life. Maybe since you were too in your masculine side, you were prioritizing things that you shouldn't be prioritizing. Maybe like hooking up with just anyone. Maybe like partying. Maybe spending your time and energy with people that do not deserve it. Because, nobody can tell me anything. I'm the man. and I'm not saying this, guys, to make fun of you guys or anything. That's just how I speak. I like to give examples. But look, this is wonderful. This is amazing. This is beautiful. You figured out something that was so important to the growth of your soul. That has allowed you to really connect with someone that you're attracted to, right? With someone who you see as a partner, someone who you can love deeply. That opened your heart. And you always had that vision, right? Like how the guys used to hear, looking at the pentacles with the Seven of Pentacles here. You always had that vision. And maybe in your head, you never gave up on that dream. But there was a lot of work that you had to do. And maybe you didn't want to do that work. Maybe you didn't want to meditate. Maybe you didn't want to deal with your shadow self. Maybe you didn't want to see what it was that you were doing wrong. But this is also a card of reward, because you let go of your ego. That has allowed you to get the rewards from God, to get the rewards from the universe, because God rewards us when we do the work and when we heal from whatever traumas, from whatever wounds. God is not going to give anyone a blessing so they can fuck it up. No. God is going to give you signs and synchronicities. Hey, you got to fix this. Hey, look at this issue that you continuously keep having in your life. And it is ultimately up to you, right? Up to us. And I know how, yikes, that could be like, there's something wrong with me? I thought I was perfect. I thought there was nothing wrong with me. My whole life I thought it was them. No. You noticing whatever it was that was hindering you from connecting to truthful, authentic people, you figuring that out, now God is rewarding you. Now God is like, hey, look, we're going to open the doors for you to be able to connect with this person that you've been wanting to connect for the longest. We're giving you the opportunity for you to unite with this individual that maybe never left your mind or your heart. And you allowing that to happen, you allowing for God and the universe to show you these things, and not only allowing, for them to show it to you, but also allowing yourself to deal with those emotions and allowing yourself to reflect and allowing yourself to admit what it was that you were doing wrong has brought in a death, right? Come on. Death is not just physically. Death could be mentally, right? There has to be a death to your old thinking patterns. There has to be a death to the way you used to think. So a new consciousness can be born. So you can obtain those new neural pathways. And by you creating those new neural pathways, that slowly but surely will alter the way that you think in a better way, a new consciousness. And look, after the death, the sun came out. Ultimate happiness. You already know how the sun looks. Bright, hot, full of success, full of positivity, full of happiness. The sun, you can see everything under the sun. You shine, I shine, everyone shines under the sun. But I just want to emphasize how important this is. The fact that you're able to feel the sun and enjoy it is because you allowed for those thinking patterns that were no longer working for you, that were just keeping you in this loop of anxiety, of depression, of negative thinking, of going back to the same people that were hurting you, that were betraying you, that were abusing you. You allowing for all of that to clear off, for the death here has allowed you to be in the sun. And look, with the Four of Wands here, it is a time of celebration. Not only is God in the universe and your ancestors and everyone in the spiritual world happy for you, and they're all celebrating, but also you will see that here in the physical as well. People you would never think would talk to you now start talking to you. They want to get to know you because now they see the true you, right? Because the true you is not the one with those old thinking patterns that were ingrained to you by traumas, by wounds, by generations. No. You changing that was also breaking a generational curse. And everyone is celebrating. Right? You will see how not only people will start talking to you, but people would want to get to know you. Job offers will come. You will see the lighter side each and every day because you've done the work. And that is amazing. That is amazing. That is beautiful. I'm so happy for whoever this is. Let's see. Let's get a little bit more. Let's go a little bit more in depth. What is going on exactly here, Spirit? You know me. I like to give details. I like to be clear, crystal clear. now, as a reward, you will have all of the joy in the world, right? You will become more friendly. People will be more friendly towards you, even people that maybe weren't so friendly in the past. You'll be able to interact with the world more because you shed off all of those layers of bad personality traits that were hindering you, that were blocking you from you being your true authentic self. And now that you are your true authentic self, you get to enjoy the beauty of life. And that was fated for you to happen. That was fated to happen, right? It was fated for you to become aware of what you needed to fix. And it was also fated for you to fix it, right? In divine timing, like always. That's amazing. Maybe the reason that you were able to fix those things that were hindering you was through spirituality. Because maybe a certain religion that was passed down to you through your family was not really allowing you to really get to the nail of the problem. Like, did I say that right? Right. Whatever religion that maybe was passed down to you, you didn't even choose it in the first place. And it wasn't hitting the spot, right? It wasn't, you kept on coming in front of, oh, but if I'm this way, this religion says that is a sin. If I'm this way, I'm doing something wrong. No. That is also part of the death that you probably just went through. Figuring out all of these things. And that is amazing. That is beautiful.